famosos, lindões, Kreiser aqui, e o vídeo de hoje é uma entrevista com o Robert e a Sherry, que são os diretores e escritores de Vozes e Vultos da Netflix. Eu fiz um vídeo de final explicado e vocês deixaram várias perguntas lá que vocês queriam saber, e eu também tinha algumas perguntas para fazer para eles, então eu aproveitei para tirar todas elas nessa entrevista aqui. Eu espero muito que vocês gostem, espero que esclareçam algumas coisas para vocês, porque agora é oficial, mas também recomendo que vocês assistam o vídeo de final explicado, que tava bem certo o que eu tinha falado. E lógico, não esquece de se inscrever aqui no canal e clicar no sininho para receber notificação para quando tiver um vídeo novo, que eu sempre trago as novidades dos filmes e das séries aqui para vocês o quanto antes, vocês sabem, e entrevistas legais como essa, então fiquem com ela.
I'm new in town and I would love to learn more about the older homes in the area. I don't know anybody up here.
Well, you do now.
My wife doesn't know what happened here. I think it would be better if we kept it that way.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're happy to be here.
So I have a lot of questions about the movie. The movie is based on a book, which can make you imagine a lot during certain parts. What was the greatest difficulty in visually demonstrate the terror present in the book, such as the spiritual apparitions and also the real terror that Catherine lived?
Well, I think the most difficult thing was that in the book, Catherine speaks to us in first person, and in the movie, we had to watch her go through the terror. So in the book, she was telling us about the terror.
You're inside her head in the book.
And in the movie, we had to find visual ways to represent what was going on with her and her relationship, the horror of the house. There are some things in the movie that are not in the book, but capture the same feeling of Catherine's terror.
I'm curious about George's destiny. Did he stay on Earth like we saw at the beginning of the movie on the slideshow scene, where it seems his spirit passing the slides to tell us his story? Or did he go to hell as seen on the boat scene?
That's a big question that people seem to be divided by, and I don't want to make it too simple. But I will tell you that if you listen to what Floyd says about the painting, it's very clear what's happening to George at the end. The movie for us was about moral reckoning and what happens to people who think they're getting away with things.
So many people, sadly, seem to get away with all kinds of terrible things. And what was interesting about the philosopher that Floyd follows is philosopher Swedenborg, Emanuel Swedenborg, who's a real spiritualist and philosopher. He sees a continuum of life existing as we are, with also simultaneously a spiritual life. So there's a lot of, real spiritual philosophy that we followed that's in the book, and we tried to keep it in the movie.
Things Heard and Seen works with the terror inside woman's reality until today. But the film also brings some hope that the story would be different. Why was it not?
I think there is hope in spiritual power. And I think that's what the movie's about, is about the power of connecting spiritually, especially for women, which I think you see going on a lot right now. The author said every woman inside her has a woman like Catherine and a woman like Justine. She says they have that battle. The author of the book said that she thinks that the power is in connecting spiritually with other women. We're always seeing women win the battle in movies or using physical strength. We wanted to show that there's actually power in someone who's not maybe masculine in the sense of strong, but comes into her own strength spiritually.
What did you want to represent with the end of the movie?
We wanted to create an ending that showed a metaphysical justice as opposed to old school justice, like you beat someone up or you shoot them or they go to jail. But, we were following the book, and the book had that same sort of philosophy, and the idea of there being a spiritual connection for the women, going back, these ghosts, these spirits of women who have been abused throughout time, connecting and supporting each other. Every movie doesn't give an easy, happy wrap up, and that wasn't the movie we wanted to make.
And in this framework of this story, which is told through the lens of Emanuel Swedenborg and his philosophy, there is justice. I have a friend whose father was abusive to his mother, and he often said to me, you know, my father never admitted that he was abusive, and it always bothers me now that my father's gone. Sometimes I feel like he got away with it. Well, this movie is saying you don't get away with it.
Can we say that Thomas Cole painting The Voyage of Life represents the phases of George's life?
Yes, thank you for that question.
That's a great question. Smart.
That's one of the things that you think that audiences don't care about. But yes, the Voyage of Life painting, specifically for men, you know, is a philosophy of where men are at different stages of their life. And George is in this stage of life where he is always been so ambitious, but he's also sociopathic. Now he's in the stage of life where he's no longer in control. He's losing control of his own destiny. That's what that series of paintings are about. It's about men and their destiny and through the phases of life. And, you know, if you believe in Swedenborg, and what this movie talks about is if you commune with evil, you're going to fulfill your own destiny into evil.
Thank you so much, guys, and I love the movie.
Thank you so much.
So great speaking to you. Have a great day.